Yeah, I love this fascination with you changing cameras. This is all very exciting.
No. Ian's not content with one
No, he's
visual representation.
not. You doing a video podcast tonight, Ian?
Yeah, I was doing my other podcast earlier.
He's actually doing a multi-camera setup for himself right now. So he's like, I want a close-up angle.
Well,
we need a camera angle.
I think from what I've understood, I don't know if Riverside allows it. You can. I can also set my iPhone up as like a sidecar, which will then give me multi-camera. But I don't know if it works on Riverside or not.
I also don't think we need it.
No, it's not going to be a video episode, is it? So it doesn't matter this week. But
it'd be much better as a video episode. Listeners, you won't have seen this, obviously, but Ian switched to, what was it, a 15mm lens?
50. So it went straight in on my nose, yeah.
He screwed in this new lens onto his video, and all we could see was his beard and teeth. That was it. Like, wow. This is you just need some googly eyes on your chin. And you
I know, I just literally looked like a rabid animal, didn't I?
Red Dwarf, the googly eyes,
The googly eyes.
On the chin, yeah.
They don't like humans.
Speaking of googly eyes, Francesco's hit me in the chat.
Hello. He's not got an interesting name this week. That's a shame. But Paul, Kerry, and Dean, good to see you all.
Welcome to see you all. Welcome.
Willkommen.
Francesco, can you be the PoGoMiloUK?
Francesco's PoGoMiloUK. After today and all of his emails, he probably is.
Yeah.
PoGoMiloUK.
Well done, Francesco. Keep up the good fight, brother. Keep up the good fight.
That was Francesco earlier with spread.
I had a panic tonight because I had to set the radiators up in the office. / shed. I had to come in when I got back from work and put them on. Anyway, I got back in and they hadn't triggered on. So I came in just in my T-shirt and there was no heat in it whatsoever. I was like, oh. So I've literally managed to take them off the timers out. They fired them up quite quickly and I am now...
more power, more
warming
heat.
Up. Yeah, warming up.
What would happen first, the podcast starting or hypothermia in the shed? Let's
hope we never find out. Tonight on episode 209, yes, I have trawled the internet. Got excited when I saw it was actually a Peugeot 209, but then I realised it was actually a creation of a mythical car, which doesn't actually exist. But the Mercedes-Benz Class CLK C209 does exist. Also the coupe version, so we are going to keep the car themes going tonight. I love the fact that I'm talking about cars, and these two love cars, but they're both shaking their heads going, drop it. We can stop talking about cars. You're not one of us. It's not working.
That's like us pretending to try and talk about football.
Yeah, but Ian, you're believable. I'm literally right. I've just written it down from the internet, just putting it on a bit of paper.
I applaud your internet search.
But no, that is the intro for tonight's show. I am joined by my two musketeers. We are the three as combined, but I've got Ian Waterfall and PoGoMiloUK joining me tonight. I'm joking. Ian and Milo are here, and we're going to get you guys and girls through the fun world of Pokemon Go with our British slant of humour that goes alongside it. But before we jump into any of the formalities, boys, what's going on? Are we all right?
What is going on with your Google search, my man? Like,
I know, really, when he said, I was trawling the internet, I thought, this isn't that kind of show. Seriously, we don't need to hear about it.
Mr. Masterful 27 at the helm of 209.
I was about to say, you didn't introduce yourself.
The shipping references.
Oh, yeah, that is me. I am here. I am the other one.
I am the third musketeer.
The third musketeer.
I was like, what is he putting a random Merc out of nowhere?
I know, and I was also thinking, I feel sorry for Milo having to stick to that theme tune in about 3 or 4 times. That's a really long intro.
Oh, that was fine. Got it perfected down. I know exactly what we're doing. I can make that theme tune run for as long as you like.
An hour and 12 minutes? I dare you.
Constant backing track. Now, I think our listeners would probably be ears bleeding at that point. But no, we're good. Good to be back. Regular show. We've got a lot of exciting stuff to chatter about and some good stuff to catch up on because last week, shout out Alan, obviously, for last week. It was an amazing show, but very un-Pokemon Go-y.
It was until right at the end. I think people had tuned out by that point.
There's an Easter egg in 208. We do talk about Pokemon Go at the end. So,
but boys,
right at the end.
I actually have something that I need to say.
Ooh.
What?
Mark will roll his eyes. Milo will get a big smile on his face. Well, 2 weeks till Unova Tour LA.
Yay! Where's the little cheering sound?
I hope.
Do you want it? Do you want it? There we go. That's a long one, isn't it? Okay, hang on.
And tail it out.
Joking aside, our thoughts do go out to everyone in LA, but it is great news that Univertour will be going ahead, and I think it's really important that these events do go on, and they can, and hopefully it will get a bit of tourism into the area and sort of help the people around it. But yeah, I hope the event is as good as the build-up that you guys give to these events. I really do hope. It's fun. It's fun. Getting you dealing around a golf course.
Get me dealing.
I'll say, Milo, come here, dear.
Dear God.
Dear God. Milo.
And Milo's going, oh dear.
Oh dear.
I kept saying it.
And that's the title for tonight's episode. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Not again.
Nice. No, that's going to be fun. That's going to be 2 weeks. Crazy. Yeah, it just goes to prove the year is flying by already. Into February now. Wow.
I ain't getting on no airplane, and that's it.
And no, I won't. But I will be getting on a plane to Milan. But then again, that is east.
Is it east?
I think it is.
Is it south?
It's southeast, isn't it? Southeast?
Maybe a little bit south.
Where, what?
Milan, Italy.
Milan? It's south.
East?
East, yeah.
It's not below us, is it? South would.
No, it's not directly below
No,
us.
I was going to say
It's certainly not
that
west.
way. It's like 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock on a clock, isn't it? It's that sort of.
France is below us.
Just yes, Ian. Well done.
High quality content. But anyway, if
The geography podcast.
The Incensed Atlas coming soon.
this is the G and the A to Z podcast. G is for geography. Oh my days. Anyway, so guys and girls, throw down your incenses.
Oi, you dirty dogs, drop your incense.
And we'll be sending you all the shiny and Hundo Luck vibes your way. And for those who are lucky and have some shiny luck whilst listening to the podcast, please share your successes on X, Threads, Insta, Discord, Campfire, Blue Sky, using the world famous hashtag that is shinies of the week.
Clarify spelling.
I sure can. It is SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. And there are other ways to get in contact with us. You can get in contact via your podcast with a little message button. That's if there is one there.
That was very northern, Mark.
Did you like that? I went there, didn't I? I went there. You can use the voice message on WhatsApp, which is +44 759 269 5696. Let's see if Milo remembers that later. And you can also email us at contact@incensepodcast.com. That'll allow us to find your post. Use that hashtag, though, like I just said.
And at us.
At us.
Yes.
At us.
And phone in.
Do it all. But now, boys, we're going to jump into the Pokemon Go goodness.
And now, children, it's time for Getting to Know You with the Incensed Podcast.
I did reference at the beginning of tonight's show, we are a British podcast. We have something that's called humour. I was thinking on this question, as we've been doing this for the previous 208 weeks, what have we not touched on yet? And obviously we have revisited a few of these questions, but I believe this is something we haven't specifically mentioned before. So the question I'm asking you boys is a big one. This will have probably a lot of people discussing this as they listen back to this show in real time in various locations. But I want to know from you boys, what is your favourite biscuit and why? I've really scraped the bottom of the coffee mug here, haven't I? With the biscuit.
That's going to
Put a
divide,
rich
though.
tea in it, you'd be scraping the bottom of the coffee mug.
Yeah, it's about half a dunk, isn't it, on a rich tea, and it's gone. And I want to know why. So dunkability might be something that needs to be factored in here, as well as taste.
It's one of the stats, one of the individual values. Dunkability. There you go.
Dunkability. So, Ian, I want you to start this one, mate, because you strike me as someone who's got very good standards when it comes to biscuits.
How's your
I am
dunkability?
I am partial to a biscuit. I really am. Always got to have a stash at work, and I am a bit of a. You know what? I get around with the biscuits. You know, I've not got one specific
Ooh, you
biscuit
dirty
that I
devil.
gravitate to. So. Milo and Mock are going to go, you've named every biscuit, but some weeks I'll have a custard cream, other weeks I'll have a rich tea. Occasionally I have a digestive. The Americans don't even know what a digestive biscuit is. But
Find out later.
I
Chat.
suppose,
Maybe.
I suppose the favourite biscuit really has to be something with chocolate on it, let's be honest.
Yeah, I think you're there.
I was torn between a chocolate chip cookie or a chocolate digestive, and I'm going to go for a milk chocolate covered digestive, but has to be McVitie's.
Yeah, not like a random...
Not like
what's
a
it?
random supermarket's
Off-brand
own
thing.
brand biscuit. However, I will eat those at a push, but McVitie's ones are the pinnacle of chocolate biscuits.
It's a fine choice, sir.
And I didn't even
Fine
go to the other
choice.
end of the biscuit aisle, which are things like your penguins and your blue ribbons. I'll let you stick to
Oh,
proper
really?
biscuits.
You know, I'm a fan of a penguin. I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
Piplup, lovely Pokemon.
Oh, you.
Oh, Milo, this is not GoCast.
Yes.
I keep telling you.
What's the biscuit Pokemon? Do tell me.
Bad Milo.
That's Milo.
This is actually a really good question mark because it's going to be very interesting to see which
Milo's going to go
pick.
Bourbon cream, isn't he?
No,
you can just
see,
see as
I-
a Bourbon person.
I am like Ian, but probably 10 times worse. If there's a pack of biscuits in the house, it's gone inside of no time at all. And that's why I just don't buy biscuits, because I would eat them until the cows come home
Ooh.
from wherever Mark lives. But honestly, my favourite biscuit is one that I'd love to put in, or dunk, shall I say, good dunkability in coffee. You can get a spread of this as well. It's the Lotus Biscoff biscuits.
Nice.
Those things just have such a good flavour to them.
Yeah, I do like a ginger nut, actually, when you talk
Honestly.
about Lotus Biscoff as well, yeah.
It's really nice, but I mean, I could list loads of different types of biscuit, just like Ian did. Yeah, the Bourbons and custard creams, hobnobs, milk
Oh,
chocolate.
I didn't even think of hobnobs.
It's so good.
Right,
But-
can you boys shut up for a minute? Right?
You asked us about biscuits.
Yeah. So you went.
How
oh,
many can we list?
No,
Jelly
And Americans
Dodgers.
are sat there thinking, biscuits? We have biscuits with gravy. We're talking about actually what they would call cookies.
We're deriving from the French word, which is the correct one.
But that is true, actually. The Americans
not
did
the
get it
freedom
wrong.
one.
Right, yeah.
This is the proper biscuits. I will stick with my Lotus Biscoff. Mark, are you going to pick one of the ones that Ian and I shouted out, or are you going for something odd?
Well, you haven't really left anything else, unfortunately. I mean,
There's loads. Have you seen the
but no,
biscuit
We'll
aisle?
have shortbread for you.
no, but this is.
No, you haven't.
I didn't have an issue with the. I'm going to read a few out before I give the answer. You gave your answer. So I go, oh, I do love that one. Oh, I love that one. Oh, I love that one.
I do.
I know, but that leaves me with nothing original now to add to the conversation. So my choice in the biscuit discussion is going to be the hobnob, the milk chocolate hobnob. It's already been mentioned. Surprise, surprise. But for me, it's a great biscuit. You can dunk it. It holds its integrity in the hot mug. It's very nice on its own. It's just a very nice biscuit, and I do agree. Ian, it needs to have chocolate in it to be a very nice biscuit.
Good chocolate coverage.
And I suppose the question is, you get Jaffa cakes in the biscuit aisle, but is a Jaffa cake a biscuit or a cake? I know the answer to that one.
Do you really?
Mm.
You have it on a higher authority, Ian.
Yes.
Is the Vasa informed?
I don't know. Ian. Is it a cake or is it a biscuit?
It's a cake, isn't it?
It's more of a cake than a biscuit.
Because
I would
when
say.
cakes go stale, they go hard, and when
They go, oh,
when
Excuse me,
biscuits go
Vasa.
stale, they go soft.
So Kerry's just put in the chat a really good shout out. Fox's chocolate Viennese biscuits. Those little sandwiches, they're so good.
I like Fox's chocolate chip cookies.
who are we and what have we become? Like, seriously, look
Welcome to the Biscuit Podcast.
Welcome to the Biscuit Podcast.
Lotus Biscoff, fancy biscuits, and
I don't know, McVitie's chocolate digestive's not really fancy.
oh, they're nice though, Ian. They are
They are.
nice. They are nice.
But I think
nice.
Mark's got the best dunkability in that one. It's the stability of a milk chocolate hobnob is that can't be matched.
No, it
A
can't
hefty
be.
defence. That's what that is. That's
Hefty
a defence stat.
Yeah, I think that biscuit would probably survive against Moltres any
Mine's
day.
flimsy,
of the
so mine's
week.
all attack.
No, I do like them. I do like the Milo. I think they're nice biscuits. Actually, they remind me of when you go to Europe. You get like a little sort of espresso.
Yeah,
little one on the
shot.
side, yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
one on the side there. You just got a little wrap around it. As you pick it out.
So depending on what you order, you can have a little amaretti biscuit.
Oh,
Some of those so nice.
Ian, what has he become? This is like
You've
He doesn't do
unlocked
fast food, but he literally will down a
biscuits.
biscuit. Yeah,
posh biscuits.
posh biscuits.
Take me to a biscuit house or whatever.
A biscuit house. Is that like? I can't say that one. No, carry on.
Ian,
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a giant overgrown gingerbread house.
Made of biscuit.
Yes.
I can just imagine Milo at Christmas when he's making the gingerbread houses.
Doesn't get made. It gets
It's
deconstructed
just
very
eat the whole
quickly.
thing.
Well, there we go. We are going to put that out to you, the listeners, and I think I'm going to try and put it on X. X didn't go to room 101,
Come on.
so we're going to go back
X has got a good biscuit following.
It has got a good
Yeah,
biscuit
it
following.
has, yeah.
We're going to go back to tradition.
Hashtag biscuit.
Interestingly, actually,
Hashtag cookie.
I did keep an eye on last week's poll because it lasts for 24 hours on Instagram. And bad British drivers actually pulled within one vote of the LA fires, wildfires. So it did swing.
Maybe our poll showed up with all of the dash cam footage that gets posted to the reels.
Yeah. But bad Australian driver still had 0. So
It
anyway,
did
moving
still
on.
Have 0, Ian. It
Yeah,
did still have
moving
0.
on. This week we had the final Max Monday featuring one of the legendary Kanto birds. And actually, this is the first week we can say this, that all 3 of us went out and did some Max battles for this bad boy. And I know Mark's going to hate me because he's typing, but I want Mark to go first because this was your first
let
Max
him type
Monday.
the biscuits in. You start.
Actually, no, Whitfield, you start.
Okay, fine. We'll get my spiel out the way first. I've been able to do all 3 Max Mondays, and the success of them has, I'd say, increased the more people have got experience with how they work. However, there are still a few hitches and issues here and there. It's one of these things where it's not the event, it's not the timing of the day, it's down to the individual. And I will say there are still people who rocked up to this with Wooloos and Charmanders, even after being here for 3 weeks. And at that point, what else can you say apart from, at this time, you should have got some evolved things and powered some things up, because we have been telling you non-stop in the group chats, make sure you don't come in with XYZ, power things up and do whatever. So I think there were a few people who missed out on their battles, but the coordination with those people who not even necessarily had, top tier counters like level 40. Some people have powered stuff up to level 25 or 30, but they've maxed out the moves. And there were some good successes on this one. I would say that the shiny rate didn't seem all amazing because there was one person who got 2 shinies out of 5 battles, and that was it. Nobody else got anything.
I would say the shiny rate across all 3 birds has not been good.
It's not been amazing, I'd say. But I have to give my shout out to my team bird. For the first time ever in the entire history of me playing this game, Moltres dropped the hundo on me on the 5th and final battle. So Dynamax hundo, and was caught, typically with a legendary these days, with the worst throw I could have possibly done other than literally using my feet to throw.
Was it just me, or were you struggling to actually get an excellent throw on Moltres? It was an absolute git.
It was the same for Zapdos, and it wasn't so bad for Articuno, I think, but a lot of people have said that it was very tricky to hit.
It gravitated to the top of the screen so much.
It does subtly go up and down, but I think that they do need to change something about the way that you throw the ball, because you can throw the ball as hard and as ferociously on your screen, almost so that you slingshot your phone into the road under a bus. You still won't hit the Moltres properly. It's impossible. True. And I think it resulted in quite a few people losing the Moltres. And when you consider some people rocked up and only did 1 or 2 battles, because that's their max particles from Sunday saved up, they use them on Monday, then they collect Monday's ones and do that. It's rather irritating to have to organise go out and then you lose the only 2 things you could have caught. So I think that needs a little bit of a rework. But in terms of an event, it has got people out on a Monday, all 3 weeks. I think Zapdos oddly had the least turnout, to be honest.
So you're saying you're knocking about next week for, is it Squovet?
Squovet? No.
No.
No. I don't
not
think
live
so.
streaming it.
No. I'll be burning my max particles for Moltres during the day on Monday before it disappears. I think will be the agenda. Articuno, I think we had about 30 people here. Then Zapdos had 16. And then this one was back up to about 25 to 26 or so. Honestly, I think they should drop a few more of these. Obviously, maybe space them out a bit, because we can't have constant...
We can't go straight to the beasts, can we? We've got to have a little bit of time.
Can't whittle through the legendaries like that. But the odd decent Max Monday and give enough notice is enough to get people out and about. And then people can coordinate during the week if they have the community and the ability to do them.
Well, considering we had the Max Battle Day literally the day before to prepare.
Yeah.
Or 2 days
with
before.
A sort of prime counter.
Yep.
Yeah. So honestly, not too bad from this end. But what about you, Vasa?
The throwing issue, I'm not going to say it's a bug, but the throwing issue aside, it was good. However, I will say, from my perspective, I think Moltres certainly hit harder than either of the other two birds and was a bit tougher to take down. There were times when it was one-shotting things, and you think, I've got a level 40, like tier 3 max moves, 3 shields, and it's just bang, and your whole Pokemon's gone with some of the moves. It hit hard, but like you, I went out, didn't get the hundo, didn't expect to get the hundo, but I did, I think, 4 or 5, and I didn't see the shiny for this one. I don't think many people saw the shiny for this one. But I will say that the last 3 weeks, they've been interesting. It's nice to get these legendary birds in their max forms. I would have liked to have got something slightly better in terms of stats. I think my best was about 91%. But it's enough to power up. You know, I'll take it. You get what you're given. I enjoyed it. I mean, I'll be happy when the beasts do come out, but I do hope the birds come back again to give people the chance at getting the shiny, because they weren't as high a shiny rates as you'd expect from a limited event. Moltres are still in battles for the next few days. Well, as we record, not as you're listening to
As
this.
we record this, it's only got 1 day or so left. But that moveset thing, and this is again something where we're going to have to learn and see how it goes, is that if you go into a battle and you find yourself versus Overheat,
or you can back out and then it'll re-roll the move.
But a lot of people didn't know to do this until a few of us who've done these Max Mondays said, yeah, you need to re-lobby. But then that whole thing about coordinating groups and stuff.
And the amount of people that still don't know to fast attack only. You say fast attack only, and they're still hitting the charge attack. They just ignore the charge attack button. Fast attack only.
Yeah, fast attack only is the strat to go. And re-roll the move until you find the one that is actually quite good to face off
Although
against.
I will say, from my experience, I don't know if you'll agree, Mark may or may not agree, sometimes you re-roll in the move, you're losing precious time because you've only got a finite amount of time to do it. So if you are wanting to do 4 or 5, keep re-rolling the move till you get a moveset you want. That will hinder you quite substantially.
Yeah, indeed.
It'll kinder you, was that, Ian?
Yes, indeed.
Alan. I was probably a little bit envious, certainly, of seeing Articuno and Zappi pass by and not have an opportunity to take part in them. So I thought, do you know what? I want to give Moltres a go. And I was going to try and duo it with Ash, sorry, Zapdos on Sunday, but we just didn't get the opportunity to do it, to have a go. So for me, and my Dynamax experience is very limited, certainly where you need to coordinate to take them down. The most I've ever done, 3 tier 1s, I've been able to solo them on my own, just about. That was fun. But yeah, it was on Monday when I decided, do you know what? I'm going to do it. But I just need to find a way of how I'm going to do it and where I'm going to do it. So we went down to Bath. Fantastic.
Oh, you went to Bath?
Bath, whatever,
Bath.
Milo.
Bath.
Had an absolutely fantastic time. Got down there probably about 5:45. Didn't arrange to meet Ash anywhere specific in particular, but we both ended up being at the same McDonald's. We bumped into each other, which was quite cool. And then we had, I think we had to start with 11 or 12 people together to sort of take part on it. So there were nice numbers. And again, you know, for me, first time I've ever done these, I found it really, really happy. One, for everybody that was there had prepared for it. So they knew what they were doing.
That makes a change, yeah. Well done. GG's.
Makes a change. And to be fair, this is the third round of it. And I guess in communities that meet up for these events regularly, people help each other get their sort of teams ready to do these. But I put a little bit of research in the night before. I was like really determined to prepare my team for this. So, and actually it transpired that the work I did in actually, certainly on a couple of the raids, I was the one that was able to keep reviving everyone to allow them to keep doing the attacks.
I saw you finished your first battle alone.
Yeah, I did,
you were the lone one remaining.
I am so pleased that I got a decent Dynamax Blastoise. Well, it would have been a Squirtle, which I fully evolved. 98% Dynamax. I got it only a couple of days ago, and I level 50'd it and maxed up everything on it just because I thought, you know what, I'm going to spend the resources on it. I'm going to really give it a go, and it was worth it. And even people commented saying that, to be fair, you know, that was the base of our teams to get through it, and
good stuff.
I enjoyed the sort of feeling of teamwork in it. I did enjoy the togetherness, and actually, like you said, the beauty with Dynamax raiding is no one runs off to start another raid and everyone's trying to catch up, and people wait and wait, and everyone's trying to work out if someone fails, let's try and do another mechanic and try and make it work. And everybody was really good. We saw 3 shiny Moltres on the night.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is good numbers.
So there's some good numbers. And it was quite funny. We did joke every time someone got it, they were like, well, I'm off now. See you all later.
Got it, goodbye.
Got it, goodbye. And you can't begrudge people that. And it was good. So we did 3 Moltres raids.
Solid.
And then they all spawned afterwards. So we did another one at 7 o'clock.
Oh, nice.
Just after 7. Got that one. It's got 4. To be honest with you, if it wasn't the fact I had to get back, and we're about an hour away, we would have probably done another 1 or 2 because they were out and about. And my best one was my first one, and I got myself a really decent 15, 13, 13 Moltres. Is that 91?
91, yeah.
91. So very happy with that. I can see why people enjoy them. I've got to say, I'm very excited for Scrovert and getting everyone together for that one.
Tier
Fantastic.
5 Squoven.
Tier 5 Squover, can you imagine? Oh, God.
Yeah, one thing I liked actually while talking to the group that I was with, that people are very much, if they haven't been able to do all of them, they're getting extra ones they can trade for the other birds, and I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I think that's a sensible way of doing it, but this really has made me rethink about the time you need to put into this game to keep yourself on track with these new features in it. And
not just time, I was thinking about resources as well.
Yeah.
Because for you to level 50 that Squirtle, I'm guessing that costs you anywhere between 250,000 and 500,000
It's about half a mil dust.
Yeah.
Half a
But
mil
then
dust.
to do all the moves, this is the other thing. Is I understand people maybe, for us, we've done Squirtle Com Day 600,000 times over.
Yeah.
So we have the XL candy and everything, but it's the moves of powering up the attack, the guard, and the heal, whatever it's called, the spirit. That costs a lot of max particles.
If you was to do all 3, absolutely.
Unless you're properly going through the week and strategizing, like, I don't need to do any Dynamax battles today, so I can put my 1,000 particles from the day into some moves and do this. You have to be constantly thinking about it, and that's where I sort of understand some people rock you up and they may not have the moves unlocked on the
Especially with Kingler at the weekend. I mean, you had literally 2 days to get those prepped.
Yeah, I have to say I got my best one, which was like 14, 13, 14. I was like, do you know what? Since it's the only G-Max water type I've got, I blitzed it, put it to level 40 and maxed
I 40'd it at mine,
it.
I didn't 50 it.
Yeah.
What I would say, guys, is I do agree with you on the throwing. I thought at first it was maybe just me, but Moltres was very hard to swing the ball around
So
at height,
hard,
wasn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
One thing that annoys me, and this is me just being me now, is can we lower Dynamax Moltres on the screen so when you hit the button you can see its crown, because at the moment it's like the top of his head's
so
cut off.
high up.
You don't see any of it. It's like, lower it down, please. Can we get a patch in the game? They will do.
At least can we get remember AR catching, where you could go into AR and you could tilt the phone up and actually see it and then position and do it properly.
Yeah. I had an experience of this when we all met up down in London for the was it Safari tour?
Go Wild.
Go Wild.
Yes.
Go Wild, not Safari. Go Wild.
Toxicity, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they were my first ever things, and the togetherness bit, and that was really, I liked that. I really enjoyed that, and I felt that again. And actually, very quickly, as long as you're talking between your team, you know you're going to be okay. It's like, right, you just know you're going to be okay.
It is about communication. It's like a team game. You literally need to make sure that everybody in the team knows their role.
In that respect, it's quite well designed to make sure that you communicate effectively. What I would say, though, is that the differing between different teams. So the teams that I was in this Max Monday was squads of people who actually had stuff powered up.
Exactly, they weren't taking Squovers and Wooloos.
People were prepared, but I saw there were other teams of 4 where they had 1 or 2 people who weren't as prepared, and they actually properly had to explain to people, like, you see those 3 lines above your head, you need to swipe, or no, don't do that, I'll heal you, and that sort of thing. So for some communities, it's still a bit of learning, I think, to go on, but it will get better.
And I think it is, because as people come to this mechanic, we had some OG players that turned up for the Kingler Battle Day, and some of these guys haven't got the counters they needed, so you kind of are carrying them, because it was like us when we first started. You need to actually build your counters up to be able to do other things.
But that's it, you can't really afford to be carried. I mean, G-Max may be a little easier in a way.
G-Max was easier because you had 40 people in the lobbies,
more lobbies teamed together, whereas all of us will say that the Dynamax Legendaries are, in a way, more of a coordination challenge, because you have to make sure you've got the right stuff.
Well, they are, but they are trioable.
Duoable as well.
Duoable
if you've got the right stuff. and the right moveset.
Well, we trioed our final ones because by the time we had 6 people at the end for the last couple. So we got into 2 groups of 3.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And we did it like that. But I think, like you said, Gigantamax, you can almost hide in the shadows a bit on Gigantamax raiding. Dynamax raiding, you can't turn up to this and not talk to anyone.
Yeah.
And without it potentially causing a problem. And some people go, well, that's put me out of my comfort zone. You know, I feel a bit I maybe find it a little bit awkward. I think generally Pokemon Go players are very, very similar in how they communicate. And like you said, everyone just knew their roles. It didn't feel like anyone was being really overly forceful either. I like this. It gives the game a bit of togetherness and a bit of teamwork, proper teamwork. I hope this year in the live events we get to do this.
Yes.
In big scales.
Crossed, yeah. I hope there's a focus on it. And I think there will be for GoFest. I think there will be.
GoFest, I think we could see something awesome coming along. And where they go with the Dynamax Legendaries next could be very interesting. Or whether they start, because obviously Toxtricity was a tier 4 for Go Wild. Whether they bring back a tier 4, sort of
I
like
think they need to go careful. They don't want to rush through all of the legendaries for Dynamax.
No, they can't do.
Again, roadmap.
I hope they recycle the birds again.
Yes.
You know what? Actually, I'm thinking maybe it's time for them to actually bring back the evolved forms of the Kanto starters now. People have actually got to play a little bit and have counters because so many people missed out on those when they first dropped Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise.
Yeah,
the G-Max versions, Ian.
The G-Max versions.
The G-Max ones.
Yeah, I didn't get to any of them.
Yeah,
so did you not, Mike? Oh, you didn't, did
no,
you?
I was away when it happened.
Me 3, we couldn't get the numbers.
I reckon if they did, they could structure it very easily over the next season. Let's let Unova get out of the way. March, April, May, let's have a max battle day for each one of the Kanto Gigantamax starters in 1 per month. And that would probably be very nice and suit a lot of people, because it was looking at this thing and like very few people have, as you say, like the Gigantamax Blastoise is the best counter versus Moltres.
It would have been the Gigantamax. Yeah,
nobody has it really.
No, we've all got the D-Max ones.
So it's just so good though to like now you've got them in there. Do you know what I mean? You know you've got them in there and you've put a bit of resource into it. You know you want to keep them there now, don't you? They've got value. And like you said, they're expensive to do that with. Yeah. You don't want to delete those in there, Jesus.
Well, no, you don't want to. I was thinking about this and I was chatting with a few of the local crew. This whole Dynamax thing, in a way, is almost like a hard reset for the game.
Yeah, because you're starting to build your mons up again.
You have to completely start again because these Dynamax Pokemon are the only ones that are allowed into this system. So you have to basically restart getting the legendaries and everything. But it works the other way around, that the Dynamax Pokemon you pick up could be utilized in the regular format of the game.
Yeah, they can be used in usual battles.
My Hundo Moltres can be used in raids and
just can't
in PvP battles. You just can't use the max moves. Niantic have very cleverly found a system where basically anybody who's played the game for whatever length of time, if you want to progress with the new system, it's more valuable to do a Dynamax legendary than a regular legendary in a way.
You've now got your Hundo Moltres, so
I'm very happy. I was pleasantly surprised.
Milo, your little face, you're like, oh, 98.
That was immediate elation followed by panic, because how do I hit it?
And these D-Max legendaries, a lot of them were running for people I saw.
Yeah,
but then again, you could have used your Master Ball.
Yeah. It was so funny actually, Ian, because like I did joke with it because I was down to I think it was the one from last ball on the first one I encountered, and I was there going, this is a decent one. I was going, this is like 1961, I think it was. I was going, this is actually really good. And I was actually contemplating using a Master Ball on it. I was going, do you know what?
So I just get one good one?
Yeah.
Do I?
Because some of the people we were with, they lost them. You know, I caught 4 out of 4, which I was like really, really pleased with. As did Ash, but like a couple of guys were like 1 from 3.
And to this day, I've still never had a single inclination at all to actually even select a Master Ball for anything.
And that is Ian Waterfall with his 4 Master Balls.
Anyway, boys, Max Mondays are a thing. I'm sure we'll get something good coming back. But isn't it time for some news?
It is. It's the news.
Yes, it is the news. And, well, it's not a max battle day, but we're going back to the old raid day format for a Pokemon that hasn't been seen for a long, long time. Hoopa Unbound unleashes its true power in a new raid day. Now, the key thing to note with this is obviously Hoopa Unbound. This is an extremely powerful Pokemon This event is Saturday, February the 15th from 2 to 5 p.m. So that means you're going to get 30-minute raid rotations on top of all gyms. And of course, 5 additional free passes for spinning your gym photo discs. And the remote raid pass limit will be increased to 20 within a very funky selection of time, which is always very nice to play.
Yeah, I've got to say, when this news dropped, the Italian put in our group chat, they're doing a raid day with no shiny available.
There's a reason, isn't there, Ian?
There might be.
Come on, Milo. What's the reason?
Is it something like Hoopa Unbound can't be shiny?
They
in
haven't.
the main games.
They
They've
haven't
not,
released
they've
it.
not
It's not been-
officially
not been-
released it.
It's not a thing.
Doesn't exist.
It's along the lines of certain Pokemon, like Victini has never had a shiny release. For a long time, Meloetta couldn't be shiny, but that very recently got its addition as a shiny through Pokemon Home and completing a dex that way. So that's why we're getting that as part of GoFest 25. Hoopa Unbound is one of those Pokemon that's just never had its shiny put out.
We're getting Victini shiny and Go
Are
Fest,
we?
are we? Are we?
No, Meloetta.
Oh, wait, has that been announced, Meloetta?
Meloetta shiny, yeah.
I haven't heard that. That's breaking news on the podcast.
No, it's not. So is it Tor? Sorry.
Oh, come
I was going to say, it's not Go Fest because they've released
not-
no
it's the
news
wrong
about Go
event.
Yeah, I
Fest.
was going to say.
The Go Tour. Sorry, I had an absolute brain meltdown.
Milo's breaking all news here.
Because I knew we talked about it on the show, and I was like, why are we not talking about GoFest? No. Go Tour is releasing, obviously, Shiny Meloetta, and Shiny Victini doesn't exist yet.
Until Go Tour.
Until God knows when.
Go Fest.
Next year, baby.
Shiny Lotus Biscuit. Does that exist?
Oh, that'd be nice. I'd have one of those, please.
Yeah, anyway, we'll digress to save Milo from tripping
Further
over his own
embarrassment.
words. So if you want to go ham for Hoopa Unbound for $5 US or the equivalent in your local currency, you can purchase a ticket that will grant the following bonuses. 8, yes, that's right, 8 additional raid passes from spinning gym photo disc, which will give you a
Yay.
daily total of 15. Increased chance to get rare Candy XL from raid battles, 50% more XP from raid battles, and double Stardust from raid battles. These bonuses, however, will be in effect from Saturday, February 15th from 2 till 5 local time. Web store,
Exists.
yeah, that exists. It doesn't say you can get anything better from the web stores.
Are we doing this then? Joking aside, guys, I've just checked my sort of collection. I've got one Hooper,
Oh, yes. Hoopa.
and it's a good one. And I think I don't know how I got it. Was it part of a?
It was part of a season-long research in 2021, I think.
That makes it. Yeah, it says caught during special research.
I thought I did the elite. Did I transfer them, perhaps? I think I threw them away.
I've only got one.
So I've got the one I got from the special research, which was, what was it, like mischievous something or other?
That was it. It says caught during special research. Yeah, 21.
Season of Mischief or something along those lines, wasn't it?
I think you're right.
In 2021, and you got the bound version of
Unbound,
version of
yeah.
Hooper, and then halfway through the season or a long way through the season, you could actually transform and change its form into the Unbound version.
That
But-
was it.
It was last available in a Elite Raid cycle, I think in 2022, where it had 3 sessions in Elite Raids, those god-awful things, and it was like back-to-back-to-back months. Everyone was like, okay, the first one, yeah, sure, good to get Hooper Unbound. Second one, everyone was like, why do we care? And the third one was like, oh my god, here we go again.
Yeah, and you must have transferred some because I've got 5 Unbound Hooper.
Yeah,
Yeah, you must have. Because there was a day, wasn't
definitely
there? You
threw
could
them
do
away.
one, wasn't there? That was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
because those were the first round of Elite Raids where they supposedly had the special spawns around the gym for 30
That
minutes.
was That's it. right,
You
that
meant to
never
see the
worked.
Kanto,
Yes.
the Kanto birds that if you found one, it disappeared because you were outside the radius. Honestly, I like a raid day. We all love a raid day. I don't necessarily mind that it can't be a shiny one. Hooper Unbound is a seriously powerful Pokemon in the meta, so I will definitely go for it and see if we can get something good because it hasn't been available in coming up to it's over 2 years.
It's been a minute.
Yeah,
it
it
has
must
been a
be.
minute. But I do wonder how this will go down with the community, given that there is no shiny available. Will they just look at it and go, actually, it's a really useful Pokemon? Or will they go, can't be shiny, I'm not going to waste my time?
I think a bit of both. Be interested to know how many you need to take it down.
Oh, yes. Because I seem to remember the Elite Raids, it was almost like a tier 6 boss. So you needed a lot of people to do it.
It was a
This
toughie.
probably
Yeah, it was a toughie.
won't be that.
But these will be remotable, won't they? So
Yes,
we'll be able to
they're
sort of,
remotable. Yeah.
and that'll be the first time these will be remotable, isn't it? because they would have come only on the Elite days before, weren't they? You had to be in person for them.
Yes. Oh, yes, in person only. You're right.
So if you didn't play the game in 21, you weren't able to do the Elite raids when they last came out. In fact, there'd be a lot of people this could be Dex entry for then, isn't it?
Very true.
Yeah.
It's been long enough. Yeah, you're right, mate.
I think you're right. Raid day's fun, isn't it? So
it is good fun. I mean, my one's 10, 14, 11 from research. And obviously, I think it's a mythical, so you can't trade it.
mine's a 13, 15, 15.
That's a damn sight better.
But I only got the one.
Vassa's sitting on multiples. Check him out.
Yeah. That's why my literary storage is so full.
Considerably
Very
more Hoopa than us.
good stuff.
Well, I think like you said, it's good for the candies. Good to get a good one. Good to power it up. Boosted candy rare XL for the ticket. What more is there? What more do you want from a raid day? All the good little things there, aren't there? But we've got more news tonight. But I think Ian, you are none of us are the game lords after last week. Fair play to Alan for taking that mantle. But Ian, you are the game lord for tonight, sir.
Well, I am, and I'm trying to figure out what game we're going to play. So,
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a Vassa by his toe.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
When he plays a jingle, let him go.
the generation game, what was the rules of that one?
You name a Pokemon and we have to say which generation it's from.
Yeah, let's do that one. It's been a while since we've heard that jingle. So long, in fact, that I totally forgot the rules of the game. Anyway,
What are the rules?
the generation game, as Milo just said, and you will have heard that because we'll probably have left that in, when I said,
Sure.
what were the rules of this game? And Milo goes, you'll tell us,
I'll have
we'll
to
tell you
now.
the generation. So, let's start.
You're
And
funny, you are.
This will be a new game and jingle to a lot of people. I don't think we played this in like a year and a half, 2 years.
It's been a long time. It has been a long time. So we will start with Masterful 27.
My favourite generation.
Yes.
Absolutely love it.
Masterful 27. Can you tell me what generation this Pokemon comes from? Let's have a think.
I don't know that one.
No.
You do like this Pokemon. And since you're having a bad day, I'm going to give you one that I'm pretty sure will get you on the scoreboard. Tell me what generation Masterful 27 Moltres comes from.
He's too kind to me, aren't you? Moltres is Gen 1, which is
Correct.
that one.
Correct.
Kanto.
We are going to play best of 5, so the first to 3.
Best of 5.
Best
wow.
of 5, first to 3. So, PoGoMiloUK YT.
Right.
I want to know from you what generation Articuno comes from.
Okay. Good old. It's Cantonian.
So I can't give Mark an easy one and not give you one. So they're your starters for 10. You're both on the scoreboard. No one
you
will
really
get
can, Ian.
whitewashed.
You really can.
So, next up, Masterful 27. I want to know what generation does Shellos come from?
Oh, God.
And you can tell me either the blue or the pink. I don't care, but Shellos. What generation does it come from?
I think Shellos is Gen 4, isn't it? Is it Gen 4?
It is. It's a Sinnoh Pokemon.
Sinnoh.
Sinnoh.
PoGoMiloUK.
Hello there.
YT.
XRP.
What generation does Delmise come from?
New Pokemon coming in an event next week. Is that Generation 8?
Oh,
Where's it from?
Roland, it's Gen 7.
It's Gen 7. See? New Pokemon in the game. I
Pokemon.
haven't seen where it goes in the decks.
That's a tough one.
I remember this, Vassa.
you remember this?
So, Masterful 27 for the win.
Best of 5, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, 3. Yeah, 3 would be would win,
Yeah,
wouldn't
3
it?
would be
out
best of 5. Lots
Yeah.
up 2. You've got 1.
Oh.
Best of 5 is the first of 3.
Yeah, first of 3.
If I get the next one wrong as well.
Masterful 27. What generation
Mm-hmm.
does the Pokemon Enamorus come from?
Oh, the little Valentine's-y one.
The lovey-dovey Pokemon.
I think it's Gen 8. I'm guessing Gen 8, but mine went Gen 8 last time. I'm going to go Gen 8 this time. Oh.
It comes from the Hisui region.
Oh.
It has no number.
There is no number.
Oh.
It's number -1.
Ian, that's naughty.
Well,
I like it.
Whitfield could have said the same. Whitfield, tell me which
Hello.
generation does the Francesco Pokemon Lechonk come from?
Lechonk.
Lechonk.
That's not the Francesco. I thought I was Lechonk.
No, he's got the T-shirt.
Oh, yeah. It's a good old Gen 9, isn't it? Paldean.
Oh dear, so it's 2-2.
Le
So,
Bacon.
anyone will think that's been manipulated, but we are in a position where we have...
Ian is properly mastering this game.
He is. I like this. Well done, Ian.
Right, okay. So Masterful 27. I want to know, what generation does the Pokemon throw come from?
Oh,
Throw it away.
Throw. Gen 5?
Oh.
This game could go on for a while, so I've got to give Milo a chance to catch up. He's looking at me go, I didn't even get a chance to answer a question.
Poor
That's
Milo.
fine. That's fine. Marky can be
So,
game show on my.
Whitfield. No, we'll keep going until there's a clear winner. We'll keep
Gonna give
going
me
until there's a
something
winner
really
by
difficult now,
one
isn't
clear
it?
point. If you get this wrong, Mark's won. If you get this right, not so much. PoGoMiloUK. What generation does Braviary come from?
Bravery. Now, technically, there are two versions.
There are. It's the normal one. I'm not
The
talking the
normal
Hisuian
one.
form.
That's actually very tricky to remember. I think that might be Unovan Gen 5. Is it Gen 5?
Oh,
you're still in
Milo.
So we're back to this bit.
Take two.
Two.
Counterpass.
Oh, Milo.
So Masterful 27. Can you tell me, what generation does Weirdeer come from?
Oh, weird, dear.
Weirdest of deer.
That has a raid day as well. It's Gen 8 again, isn't it? Right, Rhea Deer? Is it Gen 8? Oh.
It's the Hisuian region.
He's done you again. Vassar.
Vasa.
I thought it was a giveaway when you saw Milo's face with that little smile. Oh, bless you.
Smile.
PoGoMiloUK, YT, for the win.
Hello, XRP.
Tell me, what generation does Klefki come from?
The baguette key. It's been non-shiny at so many events recently, but obviously it's a regional. That's Kalos Gen 6 in it.
Well done,
Le key,
Milo.
Le baguette. Fulawin.
Yes.
But Marky will be Game Lord next week anyway, because
Because
it's
it's your show. So well done to you both. Mark, you had some tough ones there, and I really thought the Braviary would actually stump Whitfield.
Yeah, Whitfield doesn't get stumped there, does he, Ian? We know what he's like.
I only get stumped if there's a Pokemon that isn't in the game. I thought Ian was going to go on, the Pokédex online and find some wacky Gen 8 and 9 we haven't found.
The thought did cross my mind, but then I thought, no, let's stick with what is in the game or already announced to be in the game shortly. But that is it. Milo is the winner, but Mark is the game lord for next week.
Good game.
Good game.
generation.
GG's,
Good
boys.
game, sir. Good game, sirs. Well, the game's done, but I reckon we've got a bit more news to get through, haven't we?
It is. It's the news.
Yes, we have, and we are talking beloved buddies. Just like Milo and Francesco.
Or you and your nether region.
We say that on a family-friendly
I
show.
don't think we can. I don't think we can.
Oh dear. Anyway, this event runs from Tuesday, February the 11th at 10 a.m. your local time through to Saturday, February the 15th, 2025 at 8 p.m. your local time. Your event bonus of this bad boy are 2 times XP for catching Pokemon. Lure modules activated during the event will last for 1 hour. Yep, they're pushing the boat out and giving you double lure module duration. But lure modules will also attract different Pokemon during the event, such as Diglett, Slowpoke, Shelder, Dunsparce, Cutiefly, and Fomantis. And for catching those said Pokemon, you will also get an additional 500 Stardust.
Well, anyway, with this event, there's a debut. That's a Pokemon debut. And Delmise, the Sea Creeper Pokemon, will make its Pokemon Go debut in raids. Of course it will.
Yay.
With this event, we also have wild encounters. These will be appearing more frequently in the wild. And you will have the increased chance to encounter shiny Diglett and shiny Dunsparce. See that, Milo?
Yes!
They are giving them away.
Not to me.
Maybe they will now. But they are wild spawns, and we have neither male and female.
Diglett with a shiny boost.
Slowpoke. We all love a Slowpoke, don't we? Let's be honest.
Yeah, we all love Shelder.
Yeah, boosted dust, 1,000. Dunsparce with a shiny boost.
Which you won't get. Remoraid, which I actually still need.
I still need that one as well, Ian. But what I don't need is Mantine.
It's one that Ian needs more of. Plusle.
I don't need Plusle in my life, and I don't need Mining in my life.
One thing that I don't care for, but I can pronounce it properly, is Volbeat.
How shall I say this next one?
The correct way?
I want to say Illumite.
Correct. Cutiefly is also in this roster, and I need that shiny.
I do as well, Ian, and I also don't need this one, but I do like it. It's for Mantis, and
Le fromage.
the fromage. But the fromage is, but the good news is they are all shiny eligible.
Indeed.
Well, we do also have raids. Yes, raids will be appearing, and I'm going to jump in there, Milo, because I like my 1-star raids. Now, there will also be...
Let's give you a handle.
There will be. So these are available in 1-star. We've got Shelder, Dwebble, and the increased shiny boosted Squelp. And don't do any of them, please. Please don't do any of them.
I was thinking the exact same thing, Marky.
Don't do it.
Can't be tempted by Dwebble in 1-star raids. However, those 3-star raids I would also stay clear of very, very firmly. Because
I don't know. There'll be a one and done in there, I think.
Yeah.
Perhaps, because it's such a shame with this event. The whole reason for this event, Slowbro with a shiny potential. If you are as mad as a box of frogs, Hippowdon is in there. And the new Pokemon, Delmise, without a shiny.
Well, it's a new release, isn't it? So what?
No, but usually like Dramper,
Yeah, the
Drudagon, all
Gloomdog,
those,
yeah.
they all get dropped as a 3-star raid boss with a shiny. This one, why?
Roadmap.
Why? Makes no sense to me. Anyway, Enamorous also can't be shiny at this current time with its incarnate
That'll
form
be
as the
next
Cloud.
February. It'll be shiny, yes.
Floaty Cloud form is in the 5-star raids, and Mega Tyranitar is in your Mega raids. That can be shiny.
Yeah, I've been given the juiciest part of this article, the Field Research Task Rewards. Yes, for completing Field Research Tasks, you can earn Stardust and encounters with Tandemouse. If you need your family of 3s. Yep, there you go. Collection challenges, yep, they're going to be a thing, and they are going to be catch-focused, finally, so we've not got to do any stupid things to receive Stardust and Great Balls. And yes, there will be showcases. It does say different stops. They won't be different stops. They'll be the same ones that you go to every single week.
But they'll be different, but they'll be in the same place. That's correct, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe they mean that the showcases are different, but not the stops.
Milo, they don't know what they mean. All we know is that we've mapped them out, and they're all there.
All we know is Niantic, you just leave the same thing in the articles every week, and it's not different stops. It really isn't. We keep saying this week after week.
Obviously, we've just probably all agreed on that point about the missed opportunity. What are our thoughts on this event?
That's a colossal swing and a miss, really. If they dropped Delmise with a shiny and 3-star raids, it would have had some kind of glimmer of hope. And I don't know, let me know if you agree with this, boys, but usually when there's a buddy-focused event, there are buddy bonuses.
Normally, yes.
The whole thing, it's like, it's the Beloved Buddies event. There is not a single thing in the event bonuses or the whole article that means you'll be doing anything with your buddy Pokemon.
No, but if you actually look at the Pokemon that are actually in the Wild Encounters, they are buddy Pokemon. So you've got Plusle and Mine, and you've got Volbeat and Illumise. So there are kind of buddy Pokemon in that, but they're not your physical buddy.
Remember, that's a tenuous link.
Delmise shiny, for anyone who cares, is a lovely red colour.
It's a gorgeous shiny.
Been a
it really
beautiful
is a
thing
shiny.
to chase.
It's like Skorupi, but shaped like an anchor. It's fantastic. Yeah, I agree. To be fair, when Ian said that they've only just dropped it, I kind of was like, yeah, actually, they've only just dropped it for this event. But then when you start looking at the other, the Drudagon, the Dramper, then you start looking at that, you think actually it slots neatly into that 3-tier, boss. But they're doing things differently in 2025, aren't they? So
they're doing things.
New year, new Niantic.
New Niantic. No new shiny 3-tier star. I mean, let's face it, it's one raid and done, Dex entry, and that's probably it. That's probably it for this one.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. But one thing I will say, one positive of this event, that graphic at the top of the article is gorgeous. It really does look
very
like
pretty.
Underwatery.
Yeah,
I think it's probably one of the best designs they've done, actually, for like a little top thing. Yeah,
Delmise is nice.
Very happy Skrelp.
Skrelp's happy because it's got a boosted shiny.
Well, Skrelp's happy because it's around all the corals and it's He does look quite happy.
Content with the content.
Content with the content. I do need Remoraid though, so if that's
Yep,
out
I
and
need the
about,
hemorrhoid, yep, I need the
You
hemorrhoid,
two
yep.
need hemorrhoids. Yeah.
Yeah, we do, Milo. We both need some hemorrhoids. But
And
yeah, I mean,
Cutiefly, yep.
yeah, and do you know what? You know, there is a crumb of comfort there. Like the two little beetle Pokemon, you know, they spawn in different parts of the globe. We're going to get them both. Everyone's going to get both of them spawning.
Yeah, true.
So that's really clutching at the proverbial. Yeah, no one needs plus or minus in their lives in an event.
No, but for once, Milo hasn't mentioned all this boosted dust that you can get from lures.
Yeah, because Shelder has boosted dust.
Mega T-Tar, though. I need one. I do need one. Do you need
There
to
we
evolve
go.
a decent one?
Oh, okay.
I haven't got a great one, Ian, if I'm honest with you. It's one of those ones I want to evolve a really decent one. Yeah. Imagine if it just dropped Dynamax Tyranitar for this one. Imagine that. Oh.
That'd be. Yeah, where are the new Dynamax releases? Although, actually, if you look at the Max battles, I don't think they're putting them on the article. They're putting them on the seasons now. Isn't Dynamax Pidove meant to come out?
Yes, it is at some point in the next week or two.
And there's also Dynamax Darumaka coming.
Yeah.
Dynamax Pidove. Oh.
Yeah, but they're not part of the event, like the individual events, are they? They're just season scheduled.
It's a shame, though. It would have been nice if they did an event time with some Dynamax, like they had for Beldum and the Psychic Spectacular.
Ian, should we get on that? Me and you, Dynamax Pidove. Should we make a weekend of it?
Coordinate your communities. Team up.
Max
with
Spirit!
Dynamax
Max
Pidove.
Spirit! Max Spirit!
I think for Pidove, aren't we in America?
Are we? When's Pidove in the Dynamax
I'm just
battles?
checking.
Think of me when you're doing it.
Because it should be shiny eligible, so you can get a Shynamax Pidove. It's great. Take
Oh
your
no, we're not.
unpheasant-
It's literally the Monday before we fly out. It's the Max Monday is February the
What about-
17th.
So the one where you're still in America will be Darumaka.
It will be, yeah, on the 24th.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Well, there we go. That's that bit. So let's move on to something which is probably a little bit more exciting. Well, I can't introduce my own poll, so boys, help me out here.
We'll do our best.
Standing firmly at the bottom of the sea, rooted like an anchor, like a Delmise with a bit of a wheel on it. It's time for
And hopefully there's no barnacles on it.
Shave them off.
Barnacles like to cling on. Oh dear.
Why am I thinking of a pirate name?
Barnacle Barrow.
Barnacle barrel.
What about Milo the Muscle?
That just sounds like that just sounds like you should be making different sorts of content.
Yeah. somewhere else or on Venice Beach, perhaps. I don't
Milo
know.
the Muscle. Imagine that.
Oh, dear God. Best plumber in West Ealing.
Well, we've got the poll. We asked the question that the nation needs to clarify it for us. What is their favourite biscuit? We gave ours, and we asked everybody on X to have a good go at voting for their favourites. 34 people voted,
Nice.
which was nice. Actually, it went quite chaotic at the beginning. I thought we might have a record number, then it died off at the end. But
Oh.
let's not pick on the poll. It's not the poll's fault. So, some comments. I am Prius has put, give me them all. And he's got Cookie Monster just grabbing cookies out of people's hands and
Nom, nom, nom.
nom-nomming it. And if you look closely, I don't want to break your hearts, everyone, or shatter the illusion. He doesn't actually eat any of the cookie. It all falls out. But hey, I've only just noticed that now. So.
No.
I'm joking, Milo. I'm joking. Of course he digests a cookie, everyone. Lucy
Cookie
Davis.
Monster's real, Mark.
I know. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm being mischievous. Mischievous. Lucy Davis has put definitely the chocolate digestives, but I prefer Lidl's own chocolate digestives. They taste better than the Vitis ones.
Ian's going to have words.
Fighting talk.
South Coast people, watch out.
Well, this is the first time in a long time that the poll's response had a sub-response off it. So Mark Bailey's gone. Pretty sure my kids have said the same. The cheaper ones were less sticky, if I recall. Less likely to leave chocolatey fingers as they devour them.
Does that mean it's real
Yeah,
chocolate
but if you
or
put
not,
the
though?
chocolate digestives in the fridge, then they don't get all sticky.
Well, Lucy has clarified that actually I think that's true. But then again, I hold the biscuit chocolate side up so my hands stay clean.
So it's a poll discussion. They're having a chat.
I will say, people,
I think Mark and Lucy need to get a room with these chocolate digestives.
there is a solution to this problem, which is just eat the damn biscuit. quickly.
Exactly. Yes, I agree, Whitfield.
Yeah, well, let's
Joe
go back.
Bees, do you agree?
Nice.
She agrees. She loves a Northern biscuit. So Miss Ninja has said, not a milk chocolate fan, dark chocolate or nothing. I do like dark chocolate, so Biscoff it is. I love it.
Nice.
Mark Bailey on the main poll, not the sub poll, has put, pretty certain Jonah would go Biscoff. Noah said digestive. All of them are nice to me. Very good.
Nice.
Kiwi Steve has put, the only one I've tried is a digestive. Not sure the brand, but it wasn't a fan.
Nice.
Dean DHL has put, but chocolate hobnob is a close second.
Ooh, best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds.
Nice.
And I see Joey on the poll. That's Joey Muck, quadruple one. Hobnobs are the elite biscuit. Hands up.
They are good.
And then Dean DHL has put his first choice one, and that is chocolate bourbon is my go-to.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. They're
Custard
nice.
creams are way better than bourbons.
You see, I like a bourbon because it's shaped better to dunk it in. You've got more to dunk, haven't you? It's more rectangular. It's
It's
a
the
lot.
longer protruding element.
Yeah, you go dunk, and it's chocolate.
Nice.
So we have the results, and the nation haveth spoketh. 34 if you have. The world. So in third place with 21% of the vote, and the only biscuit with no chocolate on it is the Lotus Biscoff.
It's all right. It's more for me.
Sounds like a car, Ian, doesn't it? The Lotus Biscoff.
It is, to be fair.
You know what
Yeah,
Lotus
quite
stands
good.
for, don't you?
What's that, Ian?
Milo does. Lots of trouble, usually serious.
Lots of trouble, usually serious. In second place with 29% of the vote, which means third and second got half the vote between them. It is the McVitie Milk Chocolate Digestive.
Oh, so hobnob.
Which
again.
means with 50% and an overwhelming victory on tonight's poll, the McVitie Milk Chocolate Hobnob. I've got a few of them left in the house, actually, when we finish recording. I'll have a little nibble on one of them in my bedtime drink, boys. But yeah, 50% of the vote, the Hobnob.
See, it's all to do with that, stiffness and dunkability.
Dunk.
We're talking cookies, guys.
Yes. Don't know what anyone else thought we were talking about.
We're very innocent on here, aren't we?
We are.
Too innocent for our own good. But, boys,
One thing I want to say to the Americans before we move on, Mark.
Oh.
None of those biscuits can you put gravy with.
That would be a repulsive thing to do.
Dear God, no.
Anyway.
Good old...
It's the news.
God, we've got a lot of risque segues tonight, but we've got a third part of the news. And yes, it has dropped, the Scattered to the Winds event. That is starting Tuesday, February the 18th at 10 a.m. local time, running through to Thursday, February the 20th at 8 p.m. She's a short one.
Short one.
She's a
Jeez.
short one. She is a short one, this event. It's probably because the event bonuses are very good. So let's go through them with you all. They don't want to give it away in the game. So we have got 2 times XP for spinning a Pokestop, 5 times XP for spinning a Pokestop for the first time, open up to 40 gifts per day, open up to 60 gifts per day if you purchase the Expedition Access February ticket, and an increased chance, Ian.
It's not a community day, but it's a start.
Increased chance to encounter shiny Pidgey.
I told you there was Pidgey news coming. I told you.
1%, Ian.
I don't need the shiny Pidgey anymore, but it's there.
It's
I'm
there.
still holding out for Niantic. If you're listening to this, Pidgey Community Day, please.
He looked firmly down the camera.
I literally looked straight at you, Niantic. Not that this will ever. Actually, we'll clip that, Niantic, please.
But Ian, I haven't actually assigned a story on, but I'm going to let you also talk about the bit above the wild encounters. Go on, Ian, share it.
Yes. Now, it seems like for a very, very long time, we've been pinning postcards in the hope that we're going to get some decent encounters with Scatterbug, which will eventually evolve into butterflies from around the world. Yes, Scatterbug and its evolution line will have their debuts in Pokemon GO as shiny. You'll still need to pin postcards, and it's going to take you way longer than this event to get the whole deck of shinies.
Yeah.
But shiny Scatterbug is coming into the game.
And it's a good shiny.
Well, it's a great shiny, and the Vivillon, it's good shiny. Good
Good luck
shiny.
trying to get all 18 patterns.
Yeah. Now, the wild encounters
Yeah.
for this one, it's very much Kanto focused. However, they're not all Kanto mons. Caterpie, Pidgey, Spearow, they're your Kanto Mons. But you've also got Wurmple and Starly spawning in the wild. And if you're lucky, I don't know how I can say that with a straight face, you might encounter a shiny one.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Wow.
Oh, Milo. Oh,
dear.
Does anybody need any of those shinies? I really don't think. Well, we've been playing the game since day one, but
yeah.
newer players might. To be fair, newer players. Yeah, let's think about this big picture.
I misread it. I thought it said Shiny Staryu, and I thought that it was boosted Stardust, but no, it's Shiny
that'd be
Starly.
Starly, yeah, Starly.
No, I don't need any of them, Ian. They're all there. They're all accounted for.
I'm the same.
24-hour grind, Whitfield.
That's about all the event lasts for, really.
Milo loves a grind, though. He loves a grind.
No, that's
Thursday,
I can't even make that
we're
joke.
flying out to LA. We're leaving for LA for that weekend, so it's a very short event window.
It does. It finishes the day we leave for LA.
Yes. So there's a few more bits and pieces. There are some field research task rewards, which will apparently give you encounters with rare candy, potentially, and some event-themed Pokemon. So look forward to finding Starly in Catch 40 million, or Pin 40 postcards. I don't know. But, surprise, surprise, there is a paid ticket research, this time for 5 of your finest US dollars, or the equivalent in your local currency. You'll be able to get this ticket, which will give you the following rewards. 16,500 Stardust. Not quite sure why that amount. 3 whole rare candies. That's not XL candy, rare candies. This is where you get your bang for your buck with it. An event-themed avatar pose, which...
It's just somebody writing on postcards.
It's awful.
You're writing checks.
Writing
checks to Niantic. Thank you for the ticket.
And if you look at the avatar pose, it's the old airmail envelopes they're using.
That's true.
It's what they've got left over. They've got them
Glossing
left
over. That's what they found in the assets bin. Anyway, you'll also get encounters with event-themed Pokemon, so look forward to some more Caterpie with it, and more, apparently. You must complete your timed research rewards before 8 p.m. on February the 20th, your local time, when the event finishes. I mean, it's an event avatar pose, which looks funky. Just in case you didn't think there was anything for free, you will have a collection challenge that's going to reward you with XP Stardust and an encounter with Cypher, which is a perma-boosted shiny, I might add.
We've got something else on this article, and it's a lucky exchange. Yay. The number of guaranteed lucky Pokemon a trader can receive in a trade has been increased from 25 to 35. Interesting. Guaranteed? What does that even mean?
Basically, for newer players, your first now 35 trades, if you trade with another player that has Pokemon older than 2019 or older, it's guaranteed to go lucky. But once you hit your 35, that's it. It's luck of the draw.
So if you've done more than 35 trades that have gone lucky,
then this doesn't count. So it's more for newer players.
Ah,
Yeah.
right. And that's an ever-going total, isn't it? So that's constantly going in the bag. So for us, we'll get another 10 now, will we? Because we got to 25.
We've already had our
burnt
35.
ours.
Have we had 35, have we?
I'm sure. Well, most people will. I'm not saying you have.
It's a thing of if you've had 35 lucky Pokemon in your time of playing the game. And I don't know about you guys, but I definitely have had quite a few luckies in my time.
I've definitely had more than 35, yeah.
But some of them might have been random because they weren't as old as 2019, so they wouldn't count, would they?
Yeah.
It's 2019 and earlier luckies are the only ones, aren't they?
It guarantees the lucky trade. That's the key thing. So
it's
for
any
us,
lucky
if we
Pokemon,
wanted
but that 29-year-old will guarantee a lucky trade. If we
wanted to trade somebody,
already.
for example, 2019 Com Day Shinies, and they were a new player that we maybe see at a live event or something, and they gave us whatever, they've not had 35 lucky Pokemon in their account, those would be guaranteed trades. So, yeah, it's cool.
Here's why I don't trade. I rarely trade, so
you might be okay. You might.
I
Still
might
be in that
actually,
bracket if you've not had that many lucky Pokemon.
I think in his time, Mark has probably done 35 lucky friend trades.
Oh, do they count out of it then?
Yeah, lucky trades in general.
Oh, well, that's not good to me, so we'll move on. So good luck to the new people as well. And Ian, I feel like I've absolutely stitched you up
Well,
here.
you have and you haven't. The news I'm about to say actually did come to us, but it's actually not on the article. But if you want to save 1 whole cent US for $4.99 US, you can get the web version of the ticket for this event. So you'll firstly save 1 whole penny. So what are you going to get? Well, for the Scatter to the Winds Ultra ticket, you can get everything you do on the standard ticket, but you're buying it from the web store, you're saving 1 penny, but you'll get a bonus star piece and a bonus incubator at no additional cost. In fact, as I said, you're saving a penny.
Yay.
Milo, you're so funny. Yay.
So, yeah. Yeah.
You're not really
Well, that's
gaining
that.
anything, are you, from it?
No.
You know what?
Only
I'll
get
take an
some
incubator. I'll take an incubator.
items for free.
Yeah.
Save
So for the
1
inconvenience
whole
of buying from the
incubator.
web store, you get a star
get
piece
3
that probably
more-
not going to use and an incubator.
You get 3 more hatches at LA in.
Yeah.
Or 3 more hatches wherever you
Well,
are.
I was
You-
counting up. I've only got about 100 incubators. I'm probably going to need more before LA anyway.
Yeah, perhaps. What do we think of this event? I do think that the photo Scatterbug looks very happy at the top of the...
It looks very happy, doesn't it? It's got a big smile on its face because it's looking at a gift. It's looking a gift horse in the mouth.
gift. Where's the horse?
There is no horse.
A
Looking a
non-gift
gift in the
horse.
mouth.
Somewhere there's an expression that fits. Honestly, 3-day event, it kind of just instigates Scatterbug.
It is
shiny
literally
being
just
in the
introducing
game.
the shiny, isn't it? It doesn't even say that you're going to get a boosted shiny chance during the 3 days of the event.
I mean, let's put it this way. You can open up to 60 gifts per day, but there's no special 7k eggs or anything like that. So it's just a good way to basically interact with more people on the friends list ahead of Go Tour Global, which is really nice. And we will see if Shiny Pidgey is indeed boosted by 1% or 0.1% or 0.1%. Let's find out. I won't be taking this event massively seriously apart from doing some gifting.
Yep. Because you've actually been better at gifting this last week.
I'm trying.
Mark's not sent me a gift, but you have.
Well done. Good news.
What?
I don't like sending gifts. I
Or
do
opening them, in fact.
I've noticed.
Oh, see, the way I look at it, and correct me if I'm wrong, the longer you leave gift interaction gaps, the more likely you've got to become a lucky friend, haven't you? That's
No.
a
That's not a thing.
What?
No.
No, that's really
you just
not a
say
thing.
that to get me to open things?
No, genuinely not, because you can go back-to-back lucky friends.
I mean,
I've
you
done
did
that.
with Zoe in Madrid last year.
It's completely random.
So I need to start opening them again. Right, there we go.
Just to us two.
Just to us, yeah.
Just to you two. Just to you two.
You've got a gift from me, you can start.
Right, well, yeah, that's it. I agree with you on that one. Shiny Scatterbug, yeah, it looks amazing. Is anyone going to get all of them? No, they're not. And let's all hope that people get at least one. So
It's a long game, that one,
It's
to be
a
honest.
real long game.
it is, because not everyone's going to have friends in all the areas where you get the Scatterbug encounters consistently. So, and then you've got to rely on the odds, like we said, of that one being the one that shines. These are going to be beautiful for GoFest and people trading them. I think
Serious trade commodity.
Unless
Shiny
they do an
Pavilions.
event where they become in the wild, but then it's still carnage to get the right one for the evolution. It'll be
This is
troublesome
like-
to get them
Well,
all.
one thing that isn't troublesome is our favourite section of the week that we like to get everybody involved in. Yes.
Shinies of the week.
I'm going to jump straight on to X for the first one here. It's from our boy Kiwi Steve 007 Univator
Yes.
LA. Shiny set complete. Bad IVs, but we'll take it. Yes, he's done his third Max Monday and got all of them. Got Shiny
Nice.
Ultras.
Nice.
1903 CP. Oh, he's so close to get the perfect 10-10-10 there, Steve. I think you probably wished it was that. That would have been even
The
better.
floor would have been a flex, yeah.
Floor would have been a flex. But well done,
Come on.
Steve.
Try again.
We like that. Try again, please.
Next one up tonight is from Blue Sky.
Yay.
Hang on.
Milo.
And this one is from Joey MC10.bsky.social and at incensepodcast.bsky.social. Didn't get any boosted shiny during the lunar event. Don't worry, mate. I'm sure a lot of us didn't either. The minute it's over, I get 2 shinies in a row. Smiley face with a bit of a sweat. Hashtag shines a week. And Joey got the shiny Patrat and the shiny Shinx. GG's.
Nice.
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 Nice indeed.
Nice.
Nice!
Jumping into our Patreon exclusive Discord and our very own admin. This is actually from last Tuesday, just after our recording, I think. A trio of us went out to do Max Monday. Okay, it got posted the day of our recording. The game was buggy, no meter, no visual mons to swap, and laggy. Yes, I experienced that. Zappy hit hard, but took a lot of damage from my G-Max. Lapras drove all over town to do 5 battles, but the 5th one sparkled. And Sue, our very own admin, managed to pull in a 1980 Dynamax Zapdos.
Nice.
Which is very nice.
Very
indeed.
nice.
Very nice.
Very
Very
nice.
all the shiny
We're a
look,
little
hasn't
bit-
she?
A little bit behind the wave on that one, but congratulations.
Yeah, GG's.
Some people have all the shiny luck, Ian.
Yep, they do,
Yes.
and some of us don't.
Don't.
Do you mind if I read this other one from X? Because in terms of shiny luck, this is ridiculous. So this is Daily Adventure Incense. This is why I wanted to talk about this one. And this was actually while we were recording last week, as I got harassed on WhatsApp while we had Alan on. It's like, check your phone. So this is from Linda Lookit and says, yet another successful evening walk. Back to back, shiny.
They'd really say this, he'll get divorced if he doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
have to do the stage 1 first. So, shiny Patrat off of Daily Adventure Incense, and the very next spawn was a shiny Galarian Moltres,
Nice.
which is quite the
GG's.
15 minutes buzz. So,
Jeez.
yes,
GG's, Marta. Yeah, GG's.
it was
Well
worth the WhatsApp spam.
I'm surprised
Well
Milo
done.
didn't just ADR that in last week. I'm sure.
I am as well, actually, to be fair.
Oh no,
Oh,
Alan did
editing.
them last week. He couldn't.
Yeah. That would have been weird when Milo like almost ADRs it in between Alan's ones. We go,
Have to somehow stitch me in. It wouldn't quite work.
those shiny birds. Well done.
And that is going to wrap up this budget Mercedes CLK of an episode. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning into 209. We hope you enjoyed this one. And if you did, don't forget, you can follow this podcast on whatever podcast platform you are listening to us on, so you never miss another episode. We always pop one on Sunday. Sunday is the day when the episodes get released, and we never miss a week.
We you know what? Actually, we're getting on for. We started this in 2021, so we're getting on for 4 years.
Actually, isn't next week our 4-year?
It is.
Oh,
It is.
yeah.
That's what I was
Show.
getting at. And
Crikey.
in that time, we have never missed a week ever.
Consistency is
Ian
our
hasn't.
middle name.
And,
Ian
and
hasn't.
me as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Not just the podcast, me as well.
Ian is the only one of us who's not missed a week, technically. So, if you don't want to miss any episodes, because we certainly don't miss posting them, but if you enjoyed this show, make sure that you drop us a 5-star review. That would be greatly appreciated, and it helps the podcast. You can also follow us across our socials. We've just read quite a few posts from them, X, Instagram, and Threads, and Blue Sky at Incensed Podcast, or whatever the Blue Sky handle is.
And
Some
also,
crazy email address.
if you know anybody that doesn't listen to us, you know it was in 2 weeks. Mark talked about passing the pod many times over the last 4 years. Get some of your friends listening. Literally, just airdrop them the link to the show and get people listening because,
Spam them.
yeah, spam them. Yeah.
Spam them.
Let them know we're here.
I passed the pod when I was in Bath. So we've got to pass the pod.
It's spreading across the West Country. It's going that way. So we obviously, of course, have our campfire community on there, which is really, really good. Get a lot of shinies of the week in there, which is lovely to see. Of course, our Patreon exclusive Discord, and you can contact us through contact@incensedpodcast.com. The WhatsApp number, which is +44 759 269 5696, I believe. It's not that much of a miracle.
You remembered
Well
it this
done.
week. Well done.
There you
done,
go.
Milo.
And of course, there is actually a text button on some podcast platforms where you can send us a direct message. We do get them, which is really, really awesome. So thank you very much, everybody who communicates with us through those socials. And we mentioned Patreon. We wouldn't be here doing this podcast as hopefully smoothly and seamlessly as we do with the final product were it not for our fantastic Patreon supporters. So everybody who is across the bronze, silver, and the gold tiers. You guys are a smashing squad of people. We really appreciate you go that extra mile with the support, and it really does mean we can put, as Ian says regularly, the proper spit and polish on this.
We have to spit and polish this podcast.
He likes to.
It's not as shiny as it used to be, but it's still pretty shiny.
In terms of the production schedule, I do the spit, Ian does the polish. I'll leave you with that grimace thought.
And I just watch.
Mark sees the end result afterwards. But we did it last week and we'll do it this week as well. A shout out to our silver tier members who are KLXVI, Del Hazard, Spindiana, Laurie Beck, Steve in Norway, Cece is Mad, MacFloof, Saul Halberfield, Lizzie George, Edinburgh 666. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this 4-worded name, but he did find it very amusing. Neonet, Ellen Rushton, James Alexander, Northern Soph, Tom Cattle, Charlie Todd, Robert Wilson, Miss Summer of 69, and Malcolm Grinter. Really sorry we missed you off of last week's little listing there, but hopefully we got it right this time. And of course, an amazing shout out to the gold Patreon members who are JB, Clifford Mert, Kerry and Zachary, Barside 2, Mandy Croft, Mr. Mossam, Dean DHL, and Mufti, who get to sit in on these live recordings and witness the bits that we can't put on air.
and the new gold tier member.
Oh, yes. Thank you for
25.
reminding me, Vasa.
Yes.
Twiggy25, who joined just yesterday, wasn't it?
Yesterday or
Sunday, I think.
Welcome,
Last day or
Twiggy.
two, yeah.
Well, I think actually welcome back, Twiggy25. Good to have you on board with us. Enjoy the live chaos that we produce, but we thank you all enormously. We really do. But we're going to have to swiftly find a new car that is a little thing for 210.
And yes, that'll be our 4-year anniversary, Whitfield. But boys, before we go, have some good news for you.
What?
Next week's Spotlight Hour, Mark's favourite, it is Love Disc with 2 times Catch Stardust.
I love a little gold heartfish. But anyway, guys, I've got some more good news.
What?
Yes, get your squads together for a Monday Max Battle Showdown. You're going to need to be doing a little bit of everything to take this 1-tier battle down. Squavert is going to be out and about playing around on the 10th of February.
Fabulous.
Max Spirit not required.
I thought you were going to say a different word then. But boys, more good news.
What?
Do not forget that Wednesday, the 12th of February, it is my birthday raid hour. And for that, we have Enamorous that can't be shiny.
Boo. Well, on that hearty disappointment, we will see you all next week.
Our hearty disappointment.
Hearty disappointment.
Barnacle Barrow.
Muscle Milo. Milo the muscle.
Captain Cascada.
Da, 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 da.